It looks like it's the end of the line for efforts to get Michigan State to restart the school's swimming and diving teams. The teams were cut from Spartan Athletics 2 years ago. And today, MSU's Board of Trustees said there was no way forward to bring those teams back. Our Grant Herms joins us now. And Grant, this comes after a set of legal victories for the teams, and now many are asking why it's happening.
Yeah, and one of those victories coming from the U.S. Supreme Court, no less. But this was still a decision that was squarely in the hands of the Board of Trustees, and that decision leaving players, swimmers, coaches, and fans stunned.
We do not see a viable path to establish a swim and dive program.
The MSU Board of Trustees appearing to finally sink the hopes of dozens of swimmers and divers who came to the college to compete. Board member Melanie Foster citing the cost to build a new pool and fund the team as the biggest hurdles, despite an annual athletic budget of $100 million and pledges from swim supporters amounting to $10 million. MSU swimmers and divers speaking directly to the university's new interim president, making another plea to reinstate their teams, taking aim at MSU's former president and former athletic director. Their emotional pleas unlikely to change the minds of the university where they signed to swim.
I keep thinking if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to put us back in the water, they would do anything in their power to do so.
Let's be clear about one thing. Dr. Stanley and Mr. Bakeman made a bad decision. And it seems that decision has left us to be treated like trash.
The university cut the swim program entirely in the summer of 2020, after first cutting the women's team, drawing legal challenges under Title IX. After 2 rulings in favor of the teams, the university took the case to the U.S. Supreme Court, which this week declined to take the case, giving the university an ultimatum, either to get in line or not. Today, that decision was made.
Now, MSU is still under court order to submit a plan to fix the Title IX issue that came with that complaint from cutting the women's swim team, but it's unclear whether not having a women's swim team or swim program at all will be that fix, or if they have to submit one, and ultimately that'll be up to a judge come next month. Back to you.
All right, Grant, reporting live for us tonight. We appreciate it.